thinking about all through the day, you've been thinking how you might use some of what you've learned in various ministries. I've been watching those volunteers who come in to be on the camera. You know who the volunteers are. They're the ones home tagged with a gag being drugged down the hallway. And so those are the volunteers for the filming. And so I've been hearing some of the ideas, but I want you just to share with the group here how you plan to use what you've learned. This is important because someone else is there and they're not thinking down the same line as you are. And as soon as they hear you talk, they say, oh, that's a good idea. I think I could use that. So we're just taking a few minutes, just real quick. Tell us how you plan to use what you've learned here. Not going to use it, huh? Okay. Yes.
Well, I've been in and out, but what I'd like to do with my storytelling information is to reach people or groups to bring them into one accord and having one mind and one heart, but also to be enlightened and to be stirred to become more committed to the act that we are dealing, or the program that we're dealing with.
Great. So will you be actively learning stories then to be able to tell and share? Great. Good. Someone else?
I was just wanting to know if she had specific groups in mind that she
Yeah.
was going to.
What program are you talking about?
Well, I'm from a small church and we have about 4 children, but I'm from a large family. So I really want to start with my family and move abroad.
Yeah.
Good answer. Good. Thank you. Yes. Someone else?
I've been involved in missions, and so I would hope to encourage other missionaries and to help train other missionaries do what we're doing here, and also take the information that we've learned here and go into Asia and other unreached areas and train up leaders who will train others to do what we have been taught to do here.
Great. Great. Someone else?
I would like to take it into the worship service, use Bible telling as when I'm called to speak on several occasions, I'm invited to speak at different churches, and I want to use Bible storytelling in order to produce and to project to the people, to tell them and show them the art of learning the Bible and the stories in the Bible through the worship service.
Yes. Great. Great. Good. Yes.
I just want to give an example of the way Bible telling has been helpful for me. One of the things that I do is I consult with churches around the country, and one of them I come into to do leadership development for their staff. 78 on staff, it's a very large church. And they said, we want you to do something that will help us be better leaders. So they were expecting some kind of a philosophical or, something from social science or whatever. And I said, let me tell you a story. And I told the story of Moses and Jethro, and how Moses, as the leader, listened to his father-in-law, and then he divided people into groups, and then gave leadership of other people. And then I just told the story, and then I gave them the couple of wonder questions to think through, and then say, okay, how is that going to affect how you should be a leader? And it just bubbled. It just went crazy in the group itself. And these are all pastors and directors in a church. It was really fun to come in as the expert, but to simply tell them a biblical story.
Great. Good. Good. Anyone else?
I'm teaching ESL, so I was there and also with children.
Ah, good. Good.
Ditto.
Yeah, did over here? Well, just say it again.
I want to tell my stories better to my refugee friends. I want to maybe stand up and walk around a little bit more and use some of the new other strategies that I haven't tried before.
Yeah, good. Good. Who is he? Okay.
I'm teaching it's a new church in a neighboring town, and about 60% of their membership are high school kids. So it's just really been exciting to see. And so the pastor there has asked me to come in. He has about 30 students that he wants me to teach how to do storytelling. He called me, he said, we're going to have to push it up about a month. And he said, but I got a question. He said, I have 10 adults that want to learn this too. I said, great, put them in there. So I've got this group of 40 that I'm teaching how to do storytelling. But our goal then is we're going to put together storytelling shows, and they want to travel around the county to do these storytelling shows. And their goal is they'll do it for free for any church that asks them to come, but people who want to come to hear them have to bring something for the food bank. So our first show, we've already got our title, we're gonna do a show called All the Things God Can't Do. And so we're gonna have stories that show all the things God can't do, and these kids will get up, and we're apparently gonna have some adults too, and tell the stories. So we're putting together about an hour to an hour, 15 minutes of Bible telling, and we're just gonna travel around the county and tell stories. I think it's gonna be fun.
By the way, some of you need to think about, seriously about teaching some of this.
Yeah.
You say, no, remember the saying, anything worth doing is worth doing. That goes with teaching this class, the best way to do it is to just simply get a group, very sympathetic group, maybe family or something like that, and or just some close church members, and just teach the class poorly, and then move on and just do it again. Remember how many times you should tell a story to really have it learned?
Somebody
5
said
times.
3 times.
What's that?
Phyllis said 3 times.
She's all wrong. It's 5 times. It's 5 times.
She's
As
just
far
sure
as share the activity is
Yeah.
3, because I knew you weren't gonna do 5.
Every time I have a new workshop that I do, I have to figure out how I can do it 5 times. And the 5th time I do it, I know now I have it prepared. I can do it. So just put it down. Do it poorly, stumble through it, do it again, and about the 5th time, you'll be out there doing Bible telling workshops. Anyone else have yes?
I'm with Cindy and Michelle on the doing the ESL with Refugee Friends and being a better storyteller in that and working on the different methods and components. But I also have used a lot of the storying we've done at church at my school with my high school girls Bible study, where I'll, instead of just reading it the first time, I'll just tell it. And different things like that. But along the lines of what you just said and learning from Phyllis today, I could probably go more in there and do the activities and the things like that and help them better learn it.
Great.
Make it more interactive for them to learn it also.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
We talked about young people. Do you feel like what you've learned this afternoon has been a benefit for your working with?
Oh, yes, definitely. Well, Mark turned me on to this tool, and he told me it was Bible telling, and I deal with at-risk youth, and that it changed my teaching tactics, and now it's more engaging for me, for them. They engage me back with questions, and they ask, is that stuff really in the Bible? And I get a lot of that. I don't know how to read the Bible, and I just tell them what I tell you, what I say is what's in the Bible, and it's been really engaging, and it's really been good. It's really been good.
Great. Someone had their hand up over here, right? Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's a group of us here from the same church, and our church has a monthly gathering called Global Missions Fellowship, and that's a place for people who are interested and somewhere on their journey of engaging cross-culturally, whether in short-term or hoping to go long-term, or with internationals locally. And I would love, beyond just prayer and someone coming in to equip us, I would love that group to grow in learning how to do this now and with friends, both American and internationals, so that it will build a foundation for future. And so
Wow.
I've already asked a few of them to say if they'd help us do a little mini workshop with that crew.
Yeah,
But I
absolutely.
think too, like when I teach in other contexts, I always want to read from scripture, but some of them are narratives, and so I think I really want to be able to like tell the story, draw people in, and kind of do what Nikki was describing.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, just get out there and you've got the material, and just if we can be of any help, or just let us know. You can contact Don or Phyllis or myself or any of the others, Mickey or Chuck that you'll meet tomorrow, or just any others, and we'd be glad to help you. Anyway, yes.
Just one quick thing, that the workshop that I'm doing tomorrow it's children, youth, and families. So it's things you can do at home. So just put that in the.
And the reason I mentioned the workshops tomorrow is that if you have people in your churches that are not a part of the conference that you encourage to come, please have them come. If you have children workers, have them come for that, those interested in prison ministry, or those who, just the various things, just have them come tomorrow. And it's not too late to contact them tonight and have them come. Do you have any words on that, Mark, on how they can do
It starts
that?
at 8:30 tomorrow morning. Again, we'll have some refreshments and coffee here, so it'll be a packed schedule in the morning.
It's a
We go
packed schedule?
right from one, you'll get 2 workshops you'll get to go to. I'm hoping, John, you'll let me go to the ESL and literacy. I need to become an ESL, better at ESL. so.
Great, great. My wife would love to have you done it, yes.
And it's also literacy, which means we can help adults that need to learn to read and children, any children that are struggling with learning to read.
Yes,
Our program is made for them too.
yes, yes.
I have a question, are like, you show them in 2 sessions, is it like you can get 2, or does like the literacy have 2 sections? Or can you go to one time and one the
It'll
next?
basically be a repeat.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Yes,
So are you saying you'll have an opportunity to attend her class if you choose to, and hers tomorrow?
Yes.
Or they're not going simultaneously?
Vicki, do you have a session 1 and session 2 tomorrow? Are there 2 different things, or?
No, they're the same, they'll be the same, so you could come to the one and go to another thing during the
There you
second
go.
hour,
So
or
if
you
you
can
wanna
go to
go to
something else and
ESL,
come.
you can do that,
You'll
and
hear, yeah,
and then go to
exactly,
each
that way
class, so
you
they
can do
both-
2 things.
both, yeah.
Yeah.
Good, good point. I didn't know that, so that was good. Okay, what's our time? Are we right from there? We are there.